Hi, welcome to the Vergas Show. I'm Sherry Hansen. Thanks for joining me today, and thank you, Carol Sharp.
You're welcome. Thank you for being here.
Yes, we're here at the Vergas Municipal Liquor Store, which is located on Main Street in Vergas, and Carol Sharp is the manager of the liquor store, and there's been some exciting things happening here. Tell me about what's been going on, Carol.
Oh, we've had a lot of fun things going on this winter. The 19th of January, we started a full remodel of the liquor store.
It looks wonderful.
Our cooler was on its last leg. We had to do something before the summer people came around. And so I had a magazine that had the loon locker, or they're called usually a beer cave.
Okay.
But for our area, I just thought loon locker would be a good idea. This is an energy efficient beer cooler. After 38 degrees, it starts pulling all the cold air from outside. Oh. And the compressor will shut off then, and just the fans will run. And so probably 5.5 months out of the year, we're just using the cold air from outside.
Wow, talk about going green, right? We're doing recycling right here in the liquor store. This is great.
And at that time, and the beer is always 38 degrees.
How many cases of beer can you fit in there, Carol?
Oh, I haven't counted. But I know it's labor, it's so labor efficient, because now I do not have to have someone extra coming all the time to help restock beer in the summer on a busy Saturday afternoon.
And so when the people come in, they just walk in, and why don't you give us a demonstration on how that works?
They'll just walk up to the cooler, stand by the rug, and the door will automatically open and then close behind them.
Okay. Boy, that's going to be handy, and then people can just walk right in, and they'll be able to get their beer out of there, and it'll be cold.
Yes. And another thing that's nice is when they bring a shipment of beer during the week, it'll cool off almost within a couple of hours. Before, on a Friday afternoon, if I got delivery, it would take till probably Monday or Tuesday for that beer to be completely cold.
That makes sense. I never thought of that. And we have some busy days coming up this summer, and you got it all done during the holidays. What else has been happening here as far as the remodel?
Oh, we put in new ceiling tile, new flooring, new counter for checkout, new shelving, so that gave us more room for extra items, a lot more wine that we can bring in, and it's just fun. And what's really nice is some of the lake people are starting to come back, and I watch them through the window, and they'll just go, wow, what have you done?
It does. It just brightens it up completely. Now, you're able to stock more merchandise?
We are.
And what, are you hoping to, go into anything new that you haven't had before?
Not really. We'll just extend our wine products, sure. Some of our liquor.
Okay. Carol, how long have you been with the municipal liquor store?
Starting July 1st, that'll be my 6th year.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and tell me about some of the changes you've seen since you've started. I know this is the big one.
Oh, I don't know. I brought in a lot more wines. It seems wine are a more popular item, and so I've increased that.
And you probably have done that just because of your clientele and people requesting that.
That's correct. And another thing I found is craft beers. A lot of people are going more into the craft beers, so I've extended that line also.
And so you just kind of get a key on what people are wanting, and what people were wanting was a more updated facility, and we're able to be more convenient going in and out, weren't they?
That's right. That's right. It's all fun.
It is. It's really great. And the city of Vergas, they took a big step in making that decision, and you said this is phase 1. What are some of the other things you're looking at?
Right now the city is remodeling the office. That was well overdue. There was no insulation in the walls, so that'll be nice and warm in there now. Another thought is restoring the bathrooms, freshening them up, and doing a fresh look on the outside of the building.
Okay. And so all of that will, just play into, like you said, just making the whole building that much better. Now, when you talk about the city offices, there's always the question, is the only access to the city office where they come in is they come in through the liquor store? Is that correct?
That's how it was, but now at this time with the remodel, they will have an entrance coming from the outside, so people do not have to walk through the liquor store to have access to the city.
Oh, that'll be nice for just even you guys being able to have anybody who has city issues or things that they want to take care of. There will be this separate entrance out there.
That's correct.
Oh, I'm happy to hear that. Now, you talked about the outside of the building, too. That's an eyesore, isn't it? We talk about that. Yes. I mean, that's kind of a city thing that people are, is that the place that's got the yellow sideboard? But that's how you kind of tell it, too.
Sure, and we have those beautiful planters out there that Pat Shannon did, so I think it's time for the outside of the building to be fixed up too, to bring out the look of those planters.
So I think we're making a plug here for the city council, aren't we? You know, get going on the outside of that building, right?
Being on the beautification project, I kind of push for that also.
Carol, that brings me to mind, you are on the beautification committee. What do you guys have going for us? I mean, it's spring. We're getting geared up. The ice is out. Tell me what you have going.
We're planning to, of course, fill the planters this year, and this year's plan is to have an adopt a planter. You will take care of that planter, and if it's not watered, we know who to point a finger at.
Are you going to be having some kind of organization or letting, or like an organization meeting, or letting people know that they can plant them? And because now for me, if I would love to adopt a planter, but I would need to know, okay, what's the best kind of plants to put in here for where it's at, and how much watering do they actually need? I would need a little instruction, and maybe I'm not the only one.
Well, I think we have people in town that are knowledgeable enough that you could go to them,
Okay.
the people that planted the planters last year, and go to them, and I'm sure they'd be able to give you some pointers.
Okay, and so you're going to be able to, where people can come in and tell you they want to adopt a planter then? Or?
I think Helen Johnson and Pat Shannon are pretty much taking care of that, so you could check with them.
And then another thing that I know that they've been talking about is that mural. Everybody keeps asking me about that. Do you know anything on that?
That's almost finished.
Okay.
So it's just a matter of getting some building materials ready on the side of the hardware, and it'll go up.
Oh, that's exciting too. We've got a lot of things going on here in Vergas, and it's nice to always put a facelift, getting things. People are out doing their spring cleaning, and so why not have the inside of the buildings done during the winter and get that ready?
Sure. And the planters are such an additive to town. So many comments we had in the benches.
Yeah, so the
Yes.
beautification committee has really done a lot of nice things with that. Who's on the beautification committee, Carol, that people can get a hold of?
There's just a handful of us, Helen Johnson, Pat Shannon, Marlette Otto, myself, Faye Cornier, Lisa Caldall.
And yeah, it always seems like in a small community, it's those same handful of people that are getting the things done. And so I hope you know that you're appreciated, because I have to say the beautification committee has done some wonderful things here in town.
It's fun watching things happen.
Yeah, it is. And when you talk about watching things happen, you've also been helpful making things happen here at the liquor store. So thank you for that too. And we've got to come in and check out that new beer cooler.
It's cold. It's good and cold.
Okay, hopefully you have a good day in Vergas, and when you're in Vergas, be sure and stop in at all the businesses. That's what keeps your small communities going. Have a good day.